Good morning, everybody. Happy Tuesday. We're going to be doing morning work. This is week 29, and it's a Tuesday. So I wish I was out watching the Royals, but math's just as fun. All right, so here we are at week 29 Tuesday. And so we're just going to fill in these numbers. Then for number 2, we are going to make the box plot. And this is supposed to be a number line, but we'll just erase that. So minimum, smallest number, 1. Pretty simple, right? Maximum, start there. Biggest number, 10. So we'll write that down. So now remember to find the quartiles. We're going to go to the median. Right, and there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers. I'm going to rewrite them over here. How's that? That might be a good idea to do. Put them all in a line. And then I'm going to find the median. And since there's 7, the median is 4. So quartile 2 is 4. And really what happens is that 4 gets cut, right? So now I got 3 numbers on the left and 3 numbers on the right. And I have to find the median of those. So in this one, it's 2 right in the middle and 8 right in the middle. So quartile 1 is 2 and quartile 3 is 8. Which of course, if we wanted to add interquartile range, would be the quartile 3, 8, minus quartile 1, 2. That's 6. Not that that matters. All right, so let's just scribble over the thing here with a white and get rid of it. That's just some sort of computer typo. Doesn't register the number line that you're putting in there, I think. And then let's draw a number line for our box plot. And what should our minimum, our number at the bottom be, or number at the top be? Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and do 0 to 10. I know I usually like to leave space after, but since our maximum is exactly 10 and 10 is such a nice round number, I'm just going to leave it. And then that's middle is going to be 5, and then I evenly distribute 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And I can just put those in. 6, 7, 8, 9. And now I'm just going to mark my minimum as a dot right above there. Remember, there's a whole video on this on Edpuzzle. I'm going to mark my maximum as a dot. I'm going to put a straight line for my quartile 1, 2, and 3 vertical. So that's 1 at 2. I kind of want to cut that dot in half there. A 4 and at 8. And then I box those in. And I draw a straight line to my dots. And there's my box plot. So on this question, I like to rewrite it, reword it in something that makes more sense to me. The real question here is, what is 30% of 428? So we know the trip is 428 miles. So that's the total. And 30% is a part. So we're looking for a part of 428 that's equal to 30% of 428. And since we want to get our number smaller, right, we're going to write down our 428. And we're looking for the smaller part. We're going to write the decimal form of 30%, which is 0.3. We're going to multiply them, and that's going to give us a smaller number. You'll see. 3 times 8 is 24. 3 times 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. 3 times 4 is 12. Now, how many decimal place values were in my problem? 1. So I need 1 in my answer. 128.4 miles is how far she's driven. Or Joe, sorry, he's driven. So this one's great because it's already has like denominators, and so we'll be able to just divide the numerator, but first we need to make them improper. So remember, 4 is our denominator. We're going to multiply that by how many whole sets of 4 we have. So there's 8 there, plus our numerator is 3. So 8 plus 3 is 11/4. Divided by, same thing over here, we have 8 plus 1 is 9/4. And since we're dividing, we just can go straight across because our denominators are the same. So they'll kind of just cancel each other out. And so we end up with 11/9, which is going to be 1 and 2 ninths when divided and simplified. Done. So in order to find the median, we must have our numbers in order from least to greatest. Are these in order from least to greatest? No, so I'm going to have to do that first. All right, so I went through and did cross out because there was quite a few, but I'm just going to count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 numbers. So yeah, I think I have them all. So the median would be right in the middle. And with 10 numbers, remember, we're going to have 2 numbers in the middle. So we have to find the mean of the 2 in the middle. So it looks like if we do this thing, remember, just cross them out. And we're going to get to both of these right here in the middle. So we need to find what's between 52 and 58 on a number line. So the way you do that is you add the 2 numbers and divide by 2. You find the mean of them. So 58 and 52 is going to be 110 when you add them together. And then when you divide that by 2, you're going to get 55. And that makes sense because if this is 52 and this is 58, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58. Look, it's like right in the middle, right, of both of those. So it worked out. Okay, so to find the area of the trapezoid, we can break it into sections. So we have a rectangle that they gave us the heights of. Well, they gave us the height of the trapezoid, but that's going to be the height that we're going to use for the triangles. But now we know that this is a 2x3 rectangle. I think this is the exact same one we did on Monday, is it? I feel like I've already done this. 2 times 3 is going to be 6. So this is 6 inches squared. And then these are going to be 1/3 divided by 2. But remember, we don't really need to divide by 2 because we have 2 of them. So I'm just going to do 1 times 3, which is 3, and add that to my 6, which is going to be 9 inches squared total. So I will show you that though. Remember, base height divided by 2. That's a triangle. And so we're going to have 1.5 here on each of these, which is just going to be 3 because we're going to combine them again. So there you go. So they're starting to do a little less for you. Made you draw the imaginary line here on this side. And so since this top part is 2 meters, that means this bottom part is 2 meters because these two are parallel and making 90-degree angles. So that means these two are parallel. And that's how trapezoids work. They only have one set of parallel sides, which means this chunk and this chunk is 1 meter. So in the middle we have a little square, a 2x2 square, which when we do length times width on the square, right? Or we do 2 times 2, we're going to get 4 meters squared. And then we have a height of 2 and a base of 1, so we're going to do 1 times 2 and then divide by 2, which of course is just going to be 1 for each of those. And we can just add them up. So we have the 4 plus 1 plus 1, which is going to be 6 meters squared total area of the trapezoid. All right, good old ratio question. 3 pieces of pizza. All right, so 3 represents the pieces and 17 represents pepperonis. That's very important. So we want the ratio of pizza to pepperoni, which means 3 comes first, 17 comes second. Order matters. Can that be simplified at all? I mean, no, you're going to have some sort of fraction, right? Because 17 can't be divided by 3. That's going to be, a decimal or a fraction if we cut that into 3. So we're just going to leave it at 3 pieces of pizza. There were 17 pepperonis. That is the simplest fraction, or the simplest ratio that we can have. So I assume on number 9 there's supposed to be some sort of graph that we can plot these at to construct a square, and I assume that it's supposed to be this. So I'm just going to make my own right here, and then I'll do number 9. I suggest you do the same. Okay, so we're going to assume I actually drew a straight line here, but here's my coordinate grid, and I went 2, 2 for point A, and I went 2, -3 for point B, like it told me. And then it says, where can C and D be located? Now, I have some options here. I can go, and we need each side to be 5 units. You can see this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units, because from 2 to -3, right? Here's the difference, the y's. That is 5 units. I can go 5 units to the right for each of these and then connect them, or I can go 5 units to the left. Well, if I go to the right, I have to draw more lines. So I'm going to go to the left. But if you go to the right, good for you. So if I go 5 units left, that's going to be 2 units, then negative 3, right? So I'm going to be at negative 3x, positive 2. I'm just going to mark that here. I'm going to call that C. And I'm going to say that that is negative 3, 2. And then for B, it's going to be negative 3, negative 3, which is going to be right here. Negative 3, negative 3. And now when I connect those, assuming I go right through my lines and it's perfectly square, you'll see that each line, each side is 5 units apart, right? Because 2 and negative 3 are 5 units apart, and 2 and negative 3 are 5 units apart. My y's being different there, my x's being different here and here, here and here. So in each place I'm comparing, I'm looking for the difference between negative 3 and 2, and that is 5 units. And for the last question, we just find that our connection is when we're going down, it's times 5, because 4 times 5, 2 times 5, 5 times 5, which means when we're going up, it is the opposite, which is divided by 5. So 15 divided by 5 is 3, and 5 divided by 5 is 1. Well, there you have it. Let me know if you have any questions. Just message me on Schoology or leave a comment on the video, and I'll get back to you. Have a great day.